Okay, so now that we have the classes that we wanted moved over into the zombies module here, we are good to go ahead and start working on the actual player death kind of setup how we want. So basically, what we want to do is bind to the player attribute set, you know, the health changing. So we get hit once, we go from 100 to 50, then we go from 50 to 0, and then obviously we go negative. So what I want to do is I want to bind to the health attribute changing. So let's go up here where we have our restart player, and we need to kind of think about where we want to do this. So restart player takes in a controller here. Um, there is kind of a variety of things going on, but restart player can be fired and reused. So this potentially will run, multiple times per, well, controller. And we don't really want to go into a function that does that. Instead, we would rather have a function that basically runs once, because remember, our ability system for the player is on the player state, not the player pawn. So what we want to do is, when in say post login or handle new player, what was it? Like handle new player something, we want to go ahead and actually do our bindings there because we only do this on the server. The server should already have the player state and all that created and set up to where it's ready to use. And we should be pretty much ready to just go ahead and do all of our bindings by at that point. So we want to override the handle starting new player underscore implementation. Now, if we want to see how this kind of is running, we can go to here, and actually a better route would be to go to post login. So let me go to post login. So post login runs when you connect, and as we go down, we can see it makes a call to the parent class, which is the game mode base, which eventually makes its way down to the handle starting new player. Now, handle starting new player, we go to the implementation, we can see we'll go through call restart player. Now, restart player is what we're overriding here. So we're just overriding the portion before. So once we're in here, we want to get access to the ability system component from the new player. So we want the I ability system interface. So we're going to cast to the I ability system interface from new player, get player state. We're just going to do a player state. And once we have that, we can simply grab the U ability system component. Actually, let's call it new player ability system component from the ability system interface. And now we are ready to start listening. So we have the ability system component. We can go ahead and register to a gameplay attribute event. Now there's another function here. It is gets, what is it? Get gameplay attribute value changed delegate, and we want that. So the attribute is going to be health. So you, what was it? You zombies player attribute set, get health attribute. So let's go ahead and include our gas attributes zombies player attribute set. And here we are. And we want to go ahead and add a U object so we can have a callback. So we're going to make a new function, a zombies game mode. Let's call it on player health changed. Nailed the spelling there. Got that capital O. So we want to make this function. So let's go to our header, and I need to make sure to delete post login. And we'll do it down where we have zombie killed. So we'll have our void on player health changed. Now we just need to see the parameters. So let's go ahead and go to the getter, which returns the delegate, and the delegate takes an AF on attribute changed data by const reference. So our on player health changed is going to take in the F on attribute changed data. Let's call it attribute data, and create the definition. Puts it where I don't want it. Thanks. And let's see, we have zombie killed there. Let's do right below zombie killed. So we have our attribute data. So if we look through it, we have our attribute that's actually, happening. We have the new value, the old value, and then whatever modification data, I don't know what it's actually called, from a gameplay effect. So we really only care about the new value. So if the new value is, say, less than or equal to 0, well, we probably shouldn't necessarily do equals to 0 because we do have other things. I want to be able to, survive 2 hits. So I'm going to check, if we are, well, let's see, that could actually be changed through how the damage is dealt. I'll come back to it. I'm not too worried. So if our health is less than or equal to 0, we want to, do something. And in our case, with the game mode, we want to apply a specific tag. So we need to know if the player is downed or if they're dead. So I think I described it at the beginning of the previous video, but if you're not familiar with the World at War Zombies, if you're playing solo and you go down, you're dead. That's it. The game restarts. If you have 2 or more people, with one of them being alive, and you go down, then you just go to a down state before bleeding out and then dying. So that's what we're mimicking here. So let's go to our core module, go to tags, and go to our state tags.h. And we have our dead tag. Let's also add a downed tag as well. So state dot downed. Go to our zombies game mode, and from here we can either, add a replicated loose tag, which I don't really want to do. I would much rather have it be specified in the project settings. So let's go up to our project settings. So in our core module, developer settings, and at some point I'd like to kind of rename this to zombies developer settings because we are again trying to make things specific to the zombies game mode. So that way if we wanted to extend it, later on we can. So we have our collision general should have, here's our effects for player stats. We're going to use this here. And actually, do we have a, there it is. It's under general. I'll say that we should have like a death effect somewhere. So let's copy and paste and gameplay effect to apply when something is downed. Applies downed tag and change it to downed effect. And we can have a new function called get downed effect. So we can create the definition, literally copy paste and change to the downed effect. And now we have an easy way to access it. So back in the game mode, we want to go ahead and grab basically the the ability system component from the specific player. So I need to figure out how to actually access that information because I genuinely do not know. I did not think that far. So let me try to figure that out. All right, so from a quick look, that seemed pretty easy. We just need the modifier data, and we have the target, which contains the ability system component. So I'm kind of curious if this will be what we need here. So we can grab the attribute data, and we want the mod data, in which case we want the target. So that included something. Where we're at, gameplay effect extension.h. So this is just a address to an ability system component. So I'm curious, can we apply a gameplay effect spec to self this way? And the effect being the USKG, zombies developer settings, get downed effect. We'll just do this as a test. And everything else should be default. Wait, is that the right? It should be a T subclass of gameplay effect. And oh, we need a, I completely mistook the function we were on. We want to make an outgoing spec using the get downed effect, one for the level, and make a new F gameplay effect context handle. We can store this in a F gameplay effect spec handle, and we'll call it let's do downed effect, and let's make it generic. let's call this one the, we'll call it the, I don't want to call it limbo, downed or dead effect handle, because we can kind of reuse it when we do the comparison of if we are dead or downed. And from here, we can then go ahead and apply a gameplay effect spec to self, being the downed or dead effect handle dot data that we just go ahead and dereference. So let's see what the odds are that this works first try. We should, once we, get to 0 health, we should see whatever tag we defined in this downed effect basically be applied to us. Okay, so we have some compiler errors regarding the player state, which we are accessing right up here in it's somewhere here. So we need to include the player state really quick. So simply include the gameplay, or sorry, not the gameplay, the game framework, not actor. We want the player state. So let's include that. Then we can go ahead and recompile and try it out. Okay, once we are back in the editor, go to our project settings, zombie settings, and general, we have our downed effect. So let's duplicate the GE_death and rename it to GE_downed and open it up. So this here, we want to grant a tag, and the tag, instead of being state.dead, is going to be the state.downed. Compile, save, and add it as the downed effect right here. So now we can go ahead, compile, save, hit play, show debug for the ability system, and right now we only have the tags of held actor 1911, so we get hit once more, and now we have our state.downed, which is good. That means our setup is working, so that way the only thing we have to do in addition is basically do a simple check. So, for example, we can get that set up to where we can store it here and set it like so. So basically, if we have, let's say, player count greater than 2, we want to, and let's do at least 1 is alive, we do this. Otherwise, we just simply want to apply death effect. So we're going to go ahead and copy this, paste it, and instead of calling the get downed effect, we're going to do the get death effect. And that's all. So at the end, we simply apply. So what we have to go through and do in the next video is figure out, if our player count is greater than 2, that's pretty simple to do, and is at least one of those players alive. That way we know we can go to the downed effect, because if they are not, then we simply want to just go ahead and die. And that's basically going to trigger the end of the actual game itself, because all players are either downed or dead. So, with that said, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.